Alrighty, hello out there, people, wonderful people on the internet, all you crazy people out there who love to hunt ghosts. I am Drake, and as you can see, I've got Phasmophobia open for the day. I've got a good 2-hour stream as I've scheduled on my, as you can see on my Twitter schedule. The, yep, stream seems to be okay, I think. I meant to open up the stream a little bit earlier, that way I could just sit here and get things ready and maybe chat a bit if anybody wanted to filter in, but I was tweaking some things with this stream, trying to get them set right. I think I have an alert box set up properly now. We'll see, I guess, if I get some more followers today or not. Maybe this weekend. Either way, as you can see, I am still pretty low on money compared to what I used to be back in June, which definitely still not happy about. So I'm gonna spend 2 hours just hunting some ghosts and see if I can just avoid death for today. Because let's face it, I mean, I can get money made. I can make the money. The problem is I can't always keep it. And I gotta fix that. I gotta do that right. So let's just go ahead and hop on in and have some fun today. If I seem a little bit slower, a little bit down today, I did have to take Benadryl pretty much right after waking up. I mean, I got coffee too, but man, is that a weird mix. Caffeine and Benadryl, up and down, but at the same time, it's weird. Let's go to Edgefield. Because the other day when I went to Edgefield with, I think his name was Smoogleboop. Yeah, we had a bit of a cursed time on Edgefield, I would say. Let's hope it goes better today. Alright, we got Shannon Robinson. Got a Ghost Event, Repel, and Smudge. Okay, Repel and Smudge can happen at the exact same time, so that's nice. I like that. Ghost Event should... Well, I don't know. There are some ghosts that will just never do a damn ghost event, and other ghosts that are like, I'm gonna do a ghost event on you constantly. I guess we'll find out which one it is. Okay, we don't have... Oh, we have tarot cards. Oh, no. And an immediate door touch? Excuse me. It's always the bathroom when that happens. Always. Whenever it goes immediately touch to the door, it's this bathroom. On Edgefield. Weird or what? Fingerprints? Let's go. Another door touch? Is it the same door? Let's say yes. Find out. Yes, okay. Very nice of the ghost to give us such easy fingerprints, easy evidence off the bat. I love a good fingies ghost, I really do. Such easy money. And since my goal is to come in and make some money for a while, well, that works out in my favor, doesn't it? Before we can really get the ball rolling for this ghost, we have to find the bone. And unfortunately, tarot cards will not help us find that. I have a weird bad habit of double clicking whenever I turn on the light switch or the breaker. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to open this program or open this file. And I'm like, no, wait, no, I have to single click. We still gotta figure out if it's a kitchen ghost or if it's a bathroom ghost. I guess it could even be a hallway ghost. Let's see if it's freezing or not in here. I don't see freezing breath. I don't see freezing breath here or here. It could just take a couple minutes for it to actually settle in that room enough for the room to be freezing cold. We have to find out. But while we wait for that to happen, if it happens, I'm gonna go upstairs and see if I can find the bone. Let's look over here first. Okay, it's not on the couch. Sometimes it happens to me, where I look over the whole house, and I go back to like the living room area of the house, and oh, there it is, this whole time, just hiding behind the sofa. Okay, cannot hide there. Okay. Let's keep that door closed in case I want to touch it later. Now, I don't necessarily close every door as I go. Like, if I found out there's a hiding spot in here, I would leave the door open. That way, if a hunt happens and I have to run, like, my own instinct in that situation will be, oh, this door is open, I'm going to run in there, there's got to be I can hide in there. That's part of why I do close doors on myself, because I'm trying to, like, guide my own brain the way it works. If that makes sense. I mean, let's face it, I'm sure you guys have the same problem when you're playing Phasmo. There's the bone in the top. Where... I don't know if I can hit the picture like that. Oh no. It'll count. Okay, 3-star, good. You think logically enough, where you should know, okay, I'm gonna run this way to hide, that's the plan. But then something happens, like if it's a ghost event or ghost hunt, something happens. You get freaked out, you decide, okay, I gotta run and hide so I can not die. A lot of the times in that moment, what you're having to do is fight your own instincts, your own fight or flight response. Which I think is the hardest thing to do in Phasmophobia, is to train yourself out of that instinct, to run away at the first sign of danger, to try to get out of the house immediately, the moment things seem, the moment you can, and actually push yourself to be in there with the ghost. It's hard to make yourself do it. It's the hardest thing in this game. It's pushing past that instinct, sort of desensitizing yourself to the jump scares almost. Okay, let's do this. Alright. Locked in his room wherever, as long as he's in that bathroom or kitchen. Which I think I heard a phone buzz earlier. Probably the kitchen. Yeah, I think that is the hardest thing about Phasmophobia. It's not, learning all the ghost tricks, learning how to avoid death and hide properly. No. The hardest thing is to fight your fight or flight instinct. Because a lot of the times, you're not actually in danger, but you still have that instinct to run, and it's like you have to stop yourself. I think it buzzed that phone. I'll do this here for now, I guess. Just pinpoint the room for sure. Let's go ahead and get a thermo, spirit box. Let's go ahead and get a UV light. Oh, I touched the door again, I guess. I mean, you'll see me do it all the time. It'll be a ghost event, and I'll just take off running. I don't even wait. You know? Then at the end of it, I'm like, oh, was that a ghost event? Oh, okay, I'm dumb, you know? That kind of mood. And what's the matter? Oh, okay, so it did not count. Darn. Oh well, that's okay. I think he's kitchen. Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Are you angry? Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Are you friendly? How old are you? Are you friendly? What? Wait a minute. Freezing breath. Okay. I think he's in freezing. So I guess I gotta check for orb now. In that little bathroom? Come on. I mean, I've been playing this game for, I don't know, how many hours? What does Steam say? Steam says I've been playing this for 342 hours, and that's including the fact that I've been streaming it since last June. I think I maybe have doubled my number since then. If not, oh, did I leave it dark? Yeah, I did. Is there an orb in here? Doesn't seem to be. But I could have sworn I just heard throws from another room. I don't think there's an orb. Yeah, 340 hours in, I'll still get a ghost event, and my first response, my immediate response to it, you'll see me do it on stream all the time, I'll just panic and run. Every single time. I mean, not all the time. Not every single time. It happens all the time, and it's like... Then at the end of that, I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. But you're not really being an idiot. You're just having to fight your own instincts. You really shouldn't feel bad about falling into that. Because it's a good instinct to have. You see danger, you run to start to survive. That's not a bad thing. Difference. I think without a ghost photo, I could still get a perfect game. This might be a good time to test that. Hard to say. Now the ghost... airball. Hasn't turned the breaker off. Well, I know for sure it's not an Oni now. But hasn't turned the breaker off, so it might still be a Jinn. I have not seen an orb anywhere. So it shouldn't be a Mimic? Oh shit. I'm dying. It's on top of me. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Oh, I made it. Holy shit, how am I alive? How did I live? Whoo! Okay, he moved ghost rooms. You have any idea how often I've died like that? The ghost changed rooms and then immediately hunted? In exactly the path I needed to go? Ooh. Like I said, that's the perfect example right there. That's why you need that instinct to run immediately. Sometimes that's your only option. And if you don't run immediately and you assume, okay, this might be a ghost event, let's wait and see, that can often lead to death. Just because of the exact situation I was just in. The perfect example. Okay. I was in the light a lot, so I shouldn't be completely drained, right? So let's take a look at this. Okay, I was 3 pills down, which means I was at minimum 20%. At most... No, at most 20%. Right? Yeah, because you cannot take it below above 95%. But I just gained 75% in pills. So the lowest I could have been is 20%. Okay, so that might have been a Jinn ability draining me. But that could also have been an early hunt. I didn't really listen to the footsteps, but I don't think it was a Jinn or a Hantu. I didn't see the orb. I'm going to assume not Mimic. I'm thinking Demon right now. But it is kind of weird that it waited that long to hunt me, and my sanity, I don't think, should have been that low. I didn't look into the footsteps, so it might still be a Jinn. It was like right on top of me. I wouldn't have, and I had to go upstairs right at the same time, so I would not have had time to actually hear it properly. Let's go get the rest of those fingerprints. Because what I was trying to say before is, I can test now, I think this game, to see if I can get away without a ghost photo. Like, I got tarot, I got fingy, bone, fingy, I got one interaction. If the next 3 photos are fingerprints, will I still get a full $40 payout? Now, I could probably look up the points values of this and figure that out, but I might as well find out on my own, so it's easier for me to visualize if I think about it this way instead of thinking about like point scores or something. But anyway, yeah, that's exactly the situation right there. Why it's not a bad thing to like run from a ghost event and only realize afterwards that it was. That's not a bad thing. You shouldn't feel bad about that ever. That door. Yeah, probably. Because in that moment, if I hadn't immediately run, go for the hiding spot, I would be dead. I would have lost this match, I would have lost money. That's what you want to avoid, right? Nobody wants to lose their money, nobody wants to die and lose the game, everybody wants to win. You shouldn't feel ashamed about that. Hey, let's go. Okay. Okay. I am still genuinely surprised that I did not die. I think the only reason I didn't was probably the fact that I didn't have a flashlight. So here I am running up the stairs. I am crouched. The moment I break line of sight, the ghost doesn't know where I'm at, so he has to like check my last seen location. Since they had already gone this way by the time he probably saw me, check that spot, he would have been like, okay, now where'd he go? And I had time to at least duck into here. I think the only reason I am not dead is because I did not have a flashlight, and I ran immediately. So yeah, don't feel bad if you're just starting out, and that's what you're doing. Where you see anything light flickering at all, you run and hide, and then you realize afterwards someone, maybe you're playing public lobby, and you hear someone say, "No, don't run, it's a ghost event," and you feel stupid about it or something. Don't feel stupid. Just don't. Because you have the right idea. But if something dangerous happens and you're not sure if it's an event or a hunt, always err on the side of caution. Always. Eventually, over time, you'll get used to telling which it is. And even 340 hours in the game, I still get it wrong, all the time. What? Always freezing. Oh man. Yeah, it's definitely a hallway ghost. I heard him throw something in the living room. Let's do this so that doesn't happen again. Now, of course, if you have crucifixes in the right spots, you won't get caught out of position like that. But I wasn't prepared, right? I was absolutely not prepared to be caught out. And that's what happens when you get caught out of position. You just you're not prepared already for a hunt. It can happen a lot with the demons or with the djinns, with Yurei. It can happen with a Moray too if you're really not careful. I'm still leaning towards djinn. That's all the photos that I need. All right, I gotta find out which ghost this is for sure, and I gotta do the smudging, which is kind of a problem. I know what I'll do. Of course, I might get hangman if I try this. So, if I die, nice knowing ya. I got a flashlight over here too. No, my plan's not to use a flashlight during the hunt. You know what I mean? I really shouldn't. I'm just gonna have it here as a little light source. Now, I'm hoping I get a death card and not a hangman card. It's over there touching stuff. Wish me luck, guys. Tarot cards, 1% chance, right? Devil. Cool. Cool. Is he in that room now? I think he went back over there. Yeah, there he is. He's right there. Okay, let's try that. Try to get another death card. Wheel of Fortune, red. That's what I need. Okay, good. Sun. Fool. Okay, thank God. Death. Let's see if he runs fast. Normal speed. Hey! I'm in here. Instant djinn, yeah, that's a djinn, alright. Oh, it's coming upstairs. It's absolutely a djinn. I'm so lucky I got death card, not hangman card. Here he comes upstairs again. Alright, we're safe. Now that has to be a djinn, right? I mean, the breaker's still on too. I mean, it's a good sign, usually. That's still a djinn. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just take that and call that a win. Because basically what happened just there is I made sure to wait until it wasn't in the living room first of all, and it started over there with the door that I went upon and pulled the card. And you can hear it in the hallway with the normal steps. And we know the hallways are freezing temps. So if there's a Hantu going down that hallway, it should have been super fast. Should have been. But the moment it turned the corner and saw me, it was suddenly really, really fast. That's one immediate way for you to know that it's a djinn. Because the special ability for the djinn, specifically when the breaker's on, that is it'll go max speed right away. Like on line of sight, it goes max speed right away. It's kind of like the Rev does. Not as fast as the Rev. But then the other part of that ability is when they get to like 2 meters of you, they'll run normal speed. But I mean, by then, you're not going to notice that difference because they'll have sped up like their base speed while following you. Plus, you're probably dead by then if it's that close. But if you think it might be a djinn, and you know it's not a Rev, use line of sight. That's a really quick way to tell. A really quick way to tell it's not a djinn, of course, is if they turn the breaker off. That's always going to happen. But thank you for following me there, Rachel H1. I appreciate the follow. That's an easy first game of the day for me. With Shannon Robinson, alrighty. Always real nice to get an easy djinn. The djinn can be a pretty scary ghost, just because of that super speed they have when they see you. There we go, we got a djinn. Just like I said. Yeah. The best way to test for a djinn on Nightmare is usually going to be check how fast they are in line of sight. And you want to have a good amount of distance before you do that. Otherwise, they might just suddenly kill you, obviously, of course. And for most ghosts, that's going to happen. But you want to make sure you're not in the room. Yeah, they have a good distance to run at you so you can hear the footsteps. Because that's the hardest part. When they're running at you, You have to be listening to the footsteps and still trying to not die. I mess that up a lot. Especially good if you can like hear them coming down a hallway before they get to your room, so you can kind of gauge if they're normal speed before they see you. Most ghosts when they will speed up when they see you, but they won't go max speed. So you can listen to see if their footsteps get faster over the course of chasing you, or if it's immediately really fast. It's a subtle thing to tell, and eventually you get the hang of it. 17 minutes, not bad. I think I read that right. Let's see. All right, and we have Edgefield. Okay, Edgefield doesn't seem too cursed. Let's go to Tangle. Let's go to a smaller house. All right, a smaller one, a little bit more simple. Let's just do that. Let's see what we get.
We've arrived. Check the equipment.
I like going back to Tanglewood, so I don't really. I don't know. I guess I kind of sometimes get kind of bored of it just because it is a simple house. But I like going back to it just to sort of keep up with it. I guess is the right way to put it. I'm not sure. But to remind myself, okay, this is the basic starter house. I know what I'm doing. That kind of thing. Even then, even despite being so basic and small, it can still be really intense with the right ghost. Okay, we got a Jerry Belfield. We got to get a ghost photo event and smudge. Okay, we can do that. I'm just really glad we don't have a crucifix objective. I'm so tired of seeing that one. Alright, let's do this. Get the key for the car. Oh. Okay, let me know. Turn that light on. Let's check hiding spots real quick. Not there. No music box. Can't hide there. Let's close this door then. Oh, we found a spine right away. Get that out of the way. That is one of the nicest things about Tanglewood, because since it is so small, there's only so many places to check for the bone. And usually pretty obvious. Oh. Well, okay then. How you doing? Interaction photo. Okay, so not. Let's leave it like right there. Okay. Not a fingerprints ghost, at least not off the bat. What? There's something weird there. Well, I try to explain as I go. I think people know what I'm doing. I think the hardest thing about this game is there is a lot to pick up and learn. So like, just starting out, it can be overwhelming, especially with how many ghosts there are now. I think when I started, we had I think it was just before the Gorio, because we didn't even have the dots evidence yet. So we only had 14 when I started. Now we got 24. It's grown a lot. They added a map, or I think 2 maps. Maybe no 1 map since I started. But that's probably the first hurdle when you're just starting out, is getting the hang of all the different types of ghosts, how they're different from each other. Let's do that. Let's see. I can hide in the lockers. Okay, good. Ooh. Breakers in the basement. Probably the most important thing when you're just starting out is to get the hang of looking for hiding spots. Okay, we have the one in the basement. That is nice. I like that. Making sure you look for hiding spots at the start so you kind of know where you can go. Sometimes they're just lockers like that. Sometimes they're the closet, but sometimes they're a little bit more fancily built. Like the one here in the basement over here. When you get to Nightmare, you start having to pay attention to, okay, this one's not there, and the other one that I normally don't use is there. Now you got to change up where you're gonna run from, where you're gonna run to. You wanna kind of plan ahead a little bit, I guess is what I'm trying to say, as far as where you're gonna hide, in case you do see a ghost event. Or a ghost hunt, I should say. Excuse me? Is that a window knock? Exactly. Oh, EMF 5. Yes. I like that. EMF 5. Oh, you touched this thing. Okay, so that's a sign of maybe twins, but it could also just be that that's his room. Alright. Let's see. Well, let's put these down. Well, I found the one in the basement, and then there's the lockers in the garage. Oh, and the door touch. Wait, this door touch. That's weird. Oh, put my camera down. Double door touch. I got triple. What are you doing? Jerry, are you okay? That kind of felt like a twin interaction. So I'm gonna put this down over here. One little trick I like to use, and I mean I don't see everybody doing this. So it's not necessarily something you have to do, or that you should, or that you have to think about doing. But I like to do this, where like since I'm playing solo, I have a lot of extra flashlights, so I'll find places in the house to put them down as like a little guiding beacon. So like, if the power goes out, well, this light's still here, so I can still kind of see where I'm going. Especially important if like the power goes out and then a hunt starts before you get a chance to turn it back on. I mean, you can use it to like point towards a hiding spot, or just to like light up a hallway that's too dark. I mean, that can technically backfire with the Raiju if you're not careful, but it's still really useful to have. But yeah. Plus on top of that we have these stinky flashlights here, the ones that nobody really likes to use. That's like the one real good use for them, if you ask me. Now, there is a downside to doing this. Is that let's say you do this and like, I don't know, this is the ghost room, or the living room is the ghost room, that can mess up the video camera. If you're trying to look for orbs, you're going to see the really bright light of the flashlight. So you got to play around that sometimes, like make sure you don't do that too soon, or you don't. Or you have to turn it off so you can use the camera correct, and then you can turn the light back on or whatever. But it's a useful trick, especially if you get to bigger maps where you might get lost. I mean, I don't normally do the bigger maps. I don't like playing the bigger maps too much because they take forever. But where are you? Well, you're out here, apparently. It wasn't the bathroom either. Which door was... What? Which door was that? Was it the closet door? Wait, what? What was this door? Okay. I'll leave this here for now. Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Are you angry? I think he's in the blue bedroom here. I tried spirit box a couple times. At the very least, I don't see fingerprints, and I don't... The heck? No, it's the closet over here, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I have the bone, I have... Wait, what's the first item? I didn't check that yet. Oh, I bet it's the board. Yep. Oh, I know, it really is. I don't know what's going on with this ghost. It's not leaving fingerprints anywhere. This feels like it might be twins because of how far it's reaching to touch things. Put that light on. I'm actually not sure which room it's in. So I think what I'm going to do now... Let's just do this. No, he might be in the foyer, I'm not sure. I'm really hoping not. That's actually like my least favorite room to check for orbs in as far as Tanglewood, just because it's you know, I don't always see them. They can be hiding in the walls sometimes. Let's get a thermo. I guess I can put those down now, but I think I will do this. Oh no, you know what? That'll work better. This is probably one of the few instances where motion sensors can really, really help you pinpoint the ghost. Because what I'm worried about right now is that we might have the twins. And the twins are a little bit weird in that they'll have their ghost room, but they can reach really far from their ghost room to touch a lot of stuff. So it makes it a lot harder to pinpoint them. Okay, foyer is definitely hot. That was a... Here? Well, this is the coldest room. So it should be in this room, but it's definitely roaming really far. If not reaching really far. Well, it through that earlier. This room's kind of cold. Well, I guess it is. Yeah, it's pretty cold. It's not as cold as this room. I'm going to assume he's in here. Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Are you friendly? Are you angry? Where are you? How old are you? Okay then, okay. Let's hope you don't move. Ugh, I swear to God, I hate this part of the game. Having to run back and forth to the truck over and over again. It's not so bad when you have a partner helping you out with the items, especially if you're the sort that wants to stay in the house a lot to mess with the ghosts or like to identify the behaviors or whatever. And the other person can at least help get things set up to make things go smoother. You turn the damn radio on. Come on. No music right now. Okay then. Well, that's a big clue for me. Now, when you see that little floating ball of mist, not your breath, but that floating ball of mist from as a ghost event, when you just see it kind of going down the hall towards you, and then it ends at you, and you hear that specific hissing sound. That is a ghost event that the Oni is not capable of doing. There's a couple different kinds of like hissy sounds that the ghost can do, or like breathing in your ear, but that specific one, the Oni is not capable of doing. I don't know why they chose that one specific, but that's what it is for whatever reason. I didn't put my crucifix down. Like that immediately rules out a ghost for me. If his behavior wasn't enough to rule it out already. Now keep in mind, most of the little quirks and tricks like this, they can help you on the lower difficulties, but mostly you don't really need them until you get to Nightmare. Like it's so you like if you're playing on like intermediate or professional, you can just go ahead and look for all three evidences. But like these little tricks, like knowing that the race doesn't have footprints, or that they only can't do this event, or like how the Jinn speed works when it sees you. Those little tricks and quirks as behavioral ticks can make it go faster. And sometimes especially helpful if the ghost for some reason doesn't want to give you its evidence, like it will often do with ghostwriting. I really hope he hasn't changed rooms yet. I don't see an orb here. Wait. Yeah, you're not even in here right now, are you? No, don't be out here. Ah, he's out here. Oh, he's not. He's just walking around. The Jinn and the Breaker? Oh, the Jinn has two special abilities that are specifically tied to the Breaker. If the Breaker is on... I mean, first of all, it's able to like, just randomly drain your sanity. But that's also, it's where will give it the ability to run really fast at you, the way I showed in the last game. Like, if the Breaker's off and a Jinn hunts, it won't do that thing where it's max speed on line of sight. But... Did I just see that? Huh. Yes, okay. That's another little fun little trick. If you're not sure what item is thrown, you can... EMF5? Oh yeah. You can actually grab it and like take it with you to where you want it to be. Well, I know it's not a Jinn. Okay. That's one of the quirks to the Jinn right there. Is they can't turn the Breaker off at all. They can't do that. They can turn on lights, and then if they turn on too many lights, they can blow the Breaker. But they can't. Are you kidding me right now? This ghost. I just really feel like it's got to be twins. Probably not a shade, but hold on. I got one more photo. Yeah, and it's got to be a ghost photo. I want full payout. Okay. I think he's actually in the bathroom. He's not twins. Yeah, there's a lot of really weird quirks, like the Jinn can't turn the breaker off because its power comes from the breaker. So like when the breaker's on, it wants the breaker to be on, and so that way it can run at you really fast and it can eat your sanity really quick. Like if you get the breaker to turn off, like just happened like twice in a row right there, for whatever reason, the Jinn won't be. You know it's not a Jinn because the Jinn can't do that. Like little things like that can help you pinpoint what the ghost is or isn't really quick. So even if you still are able to get all 3 evidences, it's nice to slowly pick up those little tricks over time and just kind of learn more and more like that. I'm still figuring things out as I go. This ghost doesn't want to mess with me too much, it looks like. No, I'm still not 100% sure which room he's in. Gotta put the thermal at. That's a really freaky thing that I only learned recently, by the way. If the ghost touches a door and it starts to move, at that point it basically has, I guess, physics. I'm not sure. Like you'll run into the door will move with you. It's really freaky sometimes. So you're here, right? No, you're definitely a bathroom ghost. But you don't have freezing. Or fingerprints. Definitely not a Jinn. Okay, yeah. This ghost is being a little bit more elusive than I like. Let's do this. We know it's in that room now. Or at least that's its home room. Okay, it didn't close all the way. Alright. Put this down here. Like, don't be too worried about like not knowing all the tricks to the ghosts. It's good. It's something you can pick up over time as you play the game more, as you watch other people stream it and reveal what they figured out or what they've heard other people figure out, that sort of thing. Why am I doing this? I don't need this. I need this. Over time, you'll pick it up as you play. Like sometimes you'll figure it out on your own. Sometimes you just have to hear someone else explain it, and you're like, okay, now that makes sense. Now I know why I did that. And other times this still doesn't make sense. Like sometimes the ghost just does something crazy, and you don't know how it happened. But it did. You know what I mean? You don't know how it happened, but it happened. You sure are leaving your room a lot, Ghosty. And you sure as hell love this door. I think he's in the bathroom because it's coldest here. It's hard to tell sometimes based on the temperature, again, where the ghost is at just on the temperature. Because whichever room the ghost is in, whether it's its home room or it's walking around outside of it, it slowly gets that room colder. And of course, the key part there that slowly gets it colder. So you might not be able to pinpoint immediately where it is if it's moving too much. Let's do this. Oh, you're right here. And you do have footprints, okay. So we know it's not a wraith, because wraiths can't leave footprints. I don't know why they decided that, but the wraith floats and doesn't leave footprints. Hiding spots was basement and garage, okay. If the ghost doesn't want to write in the... Never mind! As I live and breathe. Spirit, shade, or myling. Okay. What? Light flick? It turned that lamp on, okay. Spirit, shade, or mining. Not the easiest one to test. I mean, the key feature of the shade is that it's a ghost that doesn't really do anything. It's very passive. Is that an event? Okay. I missed my chance of getting a ghost photo, but good to know. You know what? I did hear the light switch and I shouldn't have run. Let's hold on to the camera for next time and get smudge sticks now. This is actually a pretty hard combo to test. I mean, not the hardest, but it's pretty rough sometimes. It's because the shade doesn't really have a major tell. It's more like, if it's too passive, you're like, okay, this has to be a shade. But you can still get that wrong, because it's not really an obvious thing. It's almost like by process of elimination. The spirit has one trick to it, the mining has one trick to it, but they're not necessarily the easiest to identify. Should I try during a hunt? Ooh, I don't want to try that. I really don't. I don't think this is the shade. It's done the airball event, and then it did that manifesting event where I don't know where it was, but it was definitely here somewhere nearby. Okay. So my spirit and mining, though, I'm gonna have to get a hunt to test what it is. But I would like for it to event on me. How's that door? You're just a spirit, aren't you, Jerry? Just a basic bitch spirit. Stop that. Leave the door alone. No! Stop touching the damn door! You over there? I don't think I've ever seen a ghost go that ham on the door before. Gotcha! Yes! Okay, ghost photo. Whew. I almost ran, and I'm like, no, wait. you know? I had to stop myself. Like I was saying earlier, that is the hardest. Like, there's a lot to learn about the game. There's a lot of information to pick up, to learn. That can feel like an overwhelming hurdle. But the hardest thing really to learn, to master, something that I still struggle with, despite being on level 1200, 350 hours in or whatever. And there are gamers who are way further along than me, like level 9,000. Like, I think that's one person, but still. It's like, you gotta fight that fight or flight instinct sometimes. You gotta... Hi. Sometimes it's just a matter of knowing, okay, this is definitely a ghost event. But other times it's like you can't tell off just at a glance, and you're like, oh shit, I better run. So you just start running. But next thing you know, you're safe. And you're like, oh, I shouldn't have run. I missed a ghost photo. It's the worst feeling in the world when you miss a ghost photo like that. But I think what I'm gonna do... I don't think this is the shade. It's doing way too many events for me to think it's the shade. Because the thing about the shade is they're mostly inactive. And they will do more interactions, more events, and more stuff as you get lower sanity, but they're typically not too active, so like... But... Don't be over there. Dude. Crud. Like, I actually need the ghost to not be in the garage. It touched the kitchen sink. Through the wall. I need the ghost to not be in that room so I can use... Shit. Just in case. Okay, I just smudged it. That's like a 4425 on my timer here. So the thing about the spirit, there's only one thing about it that's special. And it's that when you smudge it, normally when you smudge a ghost, that means for a minute and a half from the time you smudge it, it can't hunt. The spirit instead has 3 minutes. That's the only thing about it. The only thing it's special. It doesn't have like any special behaviors. It doesn't have any special weird things that it does, like or with an event or a breaker or anything like that. It's just if you smudge it, it takes longer to hunt in between hunts. Well, I might as well just take these out now. Bruh. So usually the only way to tell spirit on Nightmare is smudge it during the hunt, and then see how long it takes for it to hunt again. What did I say, 44:25 or so? Well, it's been about a minute. Now what I want to do is test if this is the mining or not. Okay, so it's been about a minute and a half now. The mining test is actually a very annoying one to do. Almost more dangerous than Jinn, but at least they don't have the speed. Let's see if it hunts. Because some ghosts will just take a long time to hunt. He's taking a shower right now, so I know he's still over there. Actually, don't like that he turned that on. It's been 2 minutes. Is it safe to do this? Feels like a risk. Doing it. Turn that shower off. I know it's bait, but I'm doing it. Okay, he's not hunting still. That's interesting. It's only been about 2 minutes. Is this really just the basic bitch spirit? Like, every time I get the spirit, I have a ghost like this that acts a little crazy, really ridiculously, weirdly scary, and then it just turns out it's just a spirit. I need a test for mining. The thing about them mining, the one thing about them that you can really tell what they are is that they're a quiet ghost. And when I say quiet, what I mean is, when they're in range of the electronics to flicker, the flashlight, dots, whatever electronics you have on near you, that'll start happening before you hear their footsteps. It's playing a guitar right now. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes. Oh, wait, what? Okay, yeah. Okay, let's listen to the footsteps. Is that far enough away? Yeah, I think it is. Much new. So the thing about the miling is like when the electronics are flickering, I get the maximum range for them. You won't be able to hear the footsteps of the miling. And then even once you do start hearing them, they just kind of slowly fade in. They get a little bit louder over time rather than being instantly loud. So, this actually makes it a little hard. I think I need more distance to really hear. Maybe the kitchen? No, that would be definitely be too close. I smudged it like, what, 48:15, I guess? I think it's a spirit. Because that sounded like a pretty loud set of footsteps. Like, even knowing the trick for miling, even knowing how to test for it, you can almost... I don't know, it's almost impossible to tell still, even with that. Is that really far away? I don't know. I don't think it's far enough away for the flashlight. Might have to do the corner of the... Dick. What a dick. It's been only about a minute. The garage is the only place I can think of that's really far enough. Because the trick is you gotta make sure you get to a point where you have like maximum distance for the electronics, and then you have to listen to the footsteps and see if the flashlight is flickering and they're you can't hear the footsteps or not. It's a really subtle test, and it's really easy to get wrong, and I still struggle with it. Because how they recently changed footstep for the ghosts. They used to have a very specific stomping sound to their footsteps, but now they have the same sounds as players, which will change the sound type depending on the surface you're walking on. Okay, it's been almost it's been about 2 minutes now. This ghost, if it's not a spirit, should be able to hunt me. So I'm definitely leaning towards spirit. This is a hard one. Doesn't feel like a shade. Window knock. Really? You gonna hunt me or not? Come on. Are you actually a spirit? I don't want to waste forever in Tanglewood. Come on. About 30 seconds to see if it takes 3 minutes to hunt me, give or take. Sometimes it just takes this long to really figure the ghost out. Huh. Okay, it should be hunting about now. About 5 or 6 seconds if it's really a spirit. So, okay, I haven't ruled spirit out yet. It's twice in a row though that it took 3 minutes to hunt me again. Eh? You gonna hunt me? He still doesn't want to hunt. Definitely been more than 3 minutes. Jerry? Jerry, are you a spirit? Oh, don't be in here. Say something now. Okay, I still hear the footsteps. He's definitely not on my lane. Like, you saw how the light wasn't flickering and you could still hear the footsteps over in the living room? That's how you know it's not, for sure it's not a Myling. Because the Myling's much quieter than that. The lights should have still been flickering and you still wouldn't hear the footsteps. So the other way around, where the light's not flickering and you do hear the footsteps, you know it shouldn't be a Myling, at least. You have a pretty good idea that it's not. I don't even have a cursed hunt. Isn't that nice? I think this is the spirit. I'm gonna go ahead and call it spirit and... Well, actually, no, hold on. There's one more thing I should do. What the fuck? I didn't know the ghost could do that. No wonder it took so long to hunt me. It must have been inside the blue bedroom, like right around here. Because it ate the crucifix that was outside. I've never seen that. That's a funny trick. Crucifix protected me even from outside of the house. But okay, let's see. Should basically be completely drained of sanity. I think. Right? I know what I'll do. To really make sure I am. There's one thing about the shade you can really do to test. It's not ideal, but it might work. What is my sanity? Awful, it's not drained. Okay, where are you? There we go. So now I should be at 0 sanity for sure. I don't think it's a shade, because the way it was doing ghost events earlier, that's not really a shade thing to do. But I have had shades fool me that way before. So I want to be absolutely certain and get this ghost correct. Definitely feels like spirit though. I think that's much counted. Hope it did. Okay. Now the downside of that, using the board that way, is now we have cursed hunts. A cursed hunt basically means you use the cursed item, the Ouija board, the mirror, the music box. You used it and caused the hunt to happen, so now the hunts will last longer. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 pills, that was a 0, that puts me at 50%. On Nightmare, these only give you 25% back. But now I should be at 50%. And the thing about the Shade is they cannot hunt you until you're below 35%. I can wait in the dark a little bit first. Drain like maybe like, I don't know, 2% sanity or something in the dark, just to make sure I really am below 50. Because most ghosts will wait until you're 50% sanity. The Shade waits until 35% because they're just passive like that. Alright. Now with the candle on, I won't be draining sanity at all. The candle will stop you from... If you're holding an lit candle, your sanity doesn't go down in the dark. So that's really useful to protect your sanity if you're worried about being hunted too quickly. I mean, certain ghost abilities will still do it, like the Jinn, the Yurei, they can. The Moray has a curse that can do it. But if you're in the dark and you have a candle, you're still safe. What I'm trying to check right now is I should be like just under 50% of the sanity percentage. The average team sanity was, I'm just by myself on the team. I should be just under 50%, which is at a point where the Shade can't hunt me. But if it does the Spirit, then it should still be able to. Except for the fact that I did smudge it during that last hunt. I don't remember the time now that I smudged it. So it might take a couple minutes. Now I'm pretty sure this is the Spirit. But I'm gonna see if I get hunted or not. Jerry, are you ready to hunt yet? I think it's been almost 3 minutes. I think it was like 54:30 something. A couple seconds more. Let's see. Like I said, this is a frustrating combo to get. There are definitely some that are harder. Like you can at least test for this really easily. But the tests themselves are not straightforward. Should be able to hunt now if he's a Spirit. Should be. Just wait a little bit. Give the ghost a little time, a little patience. Sometimes you have to have patience when you're hunting ghosts. Trying to investigate them. Sometimes that's all it takes, a little bit of patience. Still have a drink of juice when I'm at it. Okay. What is this ghost doing? Has it been 2 minutes only? Not 3? I guess we'll see. He's hunting. Okay. Useful thing to know, by the way. It's kind of unrealistic, of course, but the ghost won't be attracted to your candle. I know it feels like he would be able to see you because of it, but no, he does not. They're only attracted to electronics in your hand. So if you're holding a flashlight or a camera, and that to be active electronics. So like if you're holding the dots, you're fine. But if you're holding a camera, like a video camera, a photo camera, if you're holding a flashlight that's on, a thermal that's on, they'll know where they'll know your location because they can like hear or sense the electronics or something. But candle, you're safe. So candle really is your main way of protection in this game if you really want to play cautious. But of course it does take up an inventory slot. So, 2 if you have the lighter. Okay. So that's a pretty good indication that this is a Spirit. Let's find out if I'm right. Now Spirit, I mean, it's like I said, it's basically the basic bitch ghost. It's nothing special about it. It really isn't. The only quirk to it is that if you smudge it, it has a 3-minute cooldown instead of a 1.5 minute. Which is kind of And that's more of a weakness than a fun quirk, you know? We'll see. You can't light the candles with candles when the door's closing. Okay, so let's go. Spirit. Alright.
Ready for you.
You saw how difficult that was, how long it took me to really identify the difference. And maybe I could have done that a little faster. Maybe if I was, a bigger content creator, like if I knew what I was doing a little better, maybe I could have gone through that quicker or faster. But pretty much the main way to test that combination, the EMF5 and ghost writing, is kind of what you just saw. Is you want to check to see how long it takes for it to hunt again after you smudged it during a hunt, to see if it's a spirit or not. And you want to check the sound of the footsteps to see how far away you can hear them using the distance of the flashlight flickering to see if it's a mining or not. And shade, pretty much the only way to really tell shade is like once you get to is to know what your sanity is at. It's easier on professional, intermediate, and amateur to know what your sanity is. But since that screen's broken in Nightmare, I had to like drain myself completely, then take 2 pills to see if I still got hunted. And I still got hunted, so it definitely wasn't a shade just because of that. Spirit though, Spirit. Full payout, Spirit Tanglewood. I like getting full payout, $360. That took me a good 38 minutes to really get through. Now I could have probably left sooner. I probably could have left at like 30 minutes. Because by that point I pretty much knew it was a Spirit, but I really wanted to double check that it wasn't a shade. 114 interactions. Now that isn't one way as well. We know for sure why it wasn't a shade, because it was touching that door so much. It was going so ham on that door. But I could have figured this out a lot sooner. But I wanted to take my time and do it right. And just, not die. Let's go to Ridgeview. Ridgeview is a little bit more fun than Tanglewood. It's not the best design map, I think. There's so many dead ends you can easily die in, but I like Ridgeview still. Here, got the key. Get the key. Michael Stevens has smudge, motion sensor, and ghost event. Oh, righty then. Let's do that. Oh no, we got heavy rain. Hope it's not too loud for y'all. I'm not sure how the levels work when they get this kind of weather. Audio leveling. Alrighty. I've had some really spicy runs before on the Ridgeview. Let's hope it goes smoothly. Okay, we got no music bot. I mean, we got no mirror, no tarot cards. Okay, then don't have a hiding spot there. We have a board. We do not have a board. We have a door touch though. Which door was that? This one? No? Office? Oh, this one. Okay. It's either in the garage or the office. And we got a voodoo doll here today. Okay. Can't hide there. We can get the breaker on. I can hide in here though. Okay. Was that fingerprints? Let's see. No, it was an interaction. That's a shame. Now what I could do is I could do this game upside down. I could just grab the voodoo doll and go ham, get a bunch of interactions, force a hunt, and go hide. But I'm not in an upside down kind of mood today. It is a Friday. I don't know, after a very long week of work. And I still have another shift tonight. I'm looking for the bone right now. So I like to keep it kind of chill. When I stream before work like this, I like to keep it kind of chill. Not too complicated. I mean, maybe people have a lot of caffeine. And I'm just bursting with energy maybe then. But Fridays on a rough week like this, it's just so much nicer to just have a nice, chill game where nothing goes... Well, if the game goes crazy, cool. That's fun. I'm not going to be against that. Like, I'm not going to play crazy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to grab the Summoning Circle and use it right away. Or grab the Voodoo Doll, use it right away. I'm not going to... Excuse me. Freezing. Freezing. It's freezing temps. Cool. Now we know for sure this is the ghost room. Y'all didn't know? Ghosts can do this. They can touch the computer. And they can actually leave fingerprints on it if they have fingerprints. This one does not. Okay. Well, I can't hide in the basement. I can hide deep in the garage. I should check over here, especially because I need the bone still. No bones. No bones. We got a boneless house. No bone here. There's a bone. We got a foot. Well, we can't hide here, though. Normally there's some crates here you can hide. Nightmare takes them away sometimes, so I'm going to close all these doors. I don't need this area as part of the house. I like shutting doors as I go when I don't need a room to run into for hiding spots or for the breaker or anything like that. Because with the door closed, later on I'll know that the door's been opened. I'll know that the ghost has been over there. It's more useful with a fingerprints ghost, but I just like to keep that up as a habit. Okay, I can hide there. I don't know why I'm looking in there. I can hide in that closet, but I don't like it because if the ghost is right on my tail, it's going to see me go in there. It happens, but I mean, sometimes it's your only option. Not the worst thing in the world. Now I have for sure got Voodoo Doll. We got the bone photo. So now all I really need is a ghost photo and fill up the book with like footprints or something. Okay. So upstairs in that closet or deep in the garage. That's it. That's all I got. That's crazy. Touching this door again? No, we touched the bathroom door. Oh, it's empty. Like I said, I knew that I touched this door because I had left the door open when I left. When I left the door closed when I left. Since the door was open when I got over there, the ghost had definitely touched it. Alright, so we have freezing temps already. That's actually a really good start to get an easy evidence out of the way. And we know fingerprints isn't even one of them right now. I mean, it could have it and just be hiding it. But we know it has... We know at least for sure it has freezing. So let's go ahead and get this in there for more photos. I'm going to get the photos out of the way, at least the regular photos. That way, the only photo I need to worry about is the ghost photo. And if I mess up the ghost photo, oh well, I just get a $35 payout instead of 40, yeah. Instead of 40. That's okay, that's cool, that's fine. What? Oh. Excuse me, whoa, that came out of nowhere. That's probably really loud on the stream too. Ugh, I don't like that. I need a motion sensor. So we know this ghost has footprints, so again, we can rule out raid, although that's not an option with freezing temps anyway. You ever have a sneeze like that? It's the worst kind of sneeze that sneaks up on you. Not prepared for it at all. Alright, so we got all the main photos. The only thing left photo-wise would be the photo of the ghost, which we might not get. And it happens to me all the time. And if that's the case, then oh well. Oh. Ghost killed the breaker. And threw that cup or plate or something, okay. Let's do this. I can kind of see a little better with the glow stick. Ghost loves touching stuff. Alright, yeah, I threw that cup earlier. Okay, let's do this. Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Does that count as a light? I wonder. How old are you? What do you want? Are you angry? Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Are you friendly? How old are you? Where are you? Are you close? Are you angry? Wait, window knock. What? That's a shadow model. Got the ghost photo at least. Now notice the ghost is still standing there after I took the photo. We know that's one reason we know it's not a phantom, other than obviously the evidence of freezing temps. How's a shadow model? Shade, maybe? Huh. I think the shade of the preference for that particular ghost event, but I'm not sure. That was also a singing ghost event. But it can't be a Banshee. Now, we do have freezing temps, we don't have fingerprints, and we don't have spirit box as far as I can tell. I probably should have checked with that ghost event. But that should mean we don't have a mimic, because it can't be either one of those. One of the weird things about Nightmare, one of the hardest things about Nightmare is you spend the whole game being like, okay, it doesn't have fingerprints, I'm going to rule it out. Professional, intermediate, and amateur, you can do this. Where if you don't see fingerprints, you know the ghost doesn't have fingerprints. But a Nightmare, it hides one piece of evidence. So, like, I can't rule it out. It could be that the ghost is a fingerprints ghost, like these guys, but it's hiding it. But I just did, for sure, spirit box was not it. I was in that room, I was talking with it, it wasn't doing anything, and I tried fingerprints. But now that I know for sure, it doesn't have either of these. It cannot hide two evidences, it can only hide one, so we know it's not a mimic. Definitely moving around in there a lot. Let's get the dots and the book in there. Alright, Ghost, you're gonna behave for me today? You're gonna write this book? Put it right here. Put this down, like, right here. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. When I get the second book and dots, because the thing about both the book and the dots is they're kind of harder to get evidences. And in order to get them, the ghost has to specifically interact with that item. Like, with EMF 5, you can check any item it touches. If it has fingerprints, you can check doors that it touches, or you get freezing breath, you just gotta check the room, you know? They're easier to get. Definitely touch this door. Okay. But in order for a ghost to give you this evidence, it has to specifically interact with that item. That's how it works. So, like, good luck. Even worse if it's a Goryo. You know, I haven't even checked for the orb. So let's do this real quick. Which means I'm gonna have to actually pick up those dots, otherwise I won't be able to see any orbs. Oh man. I should have checked for orbs first. It's probably would have been a smarter thing to do. At least he's not moving rooms. This actually feels like it might... Oh, it can't be a Goryo. Okay, that's actually good. Now the thing about the Goryo is that it has one piece of evidence that technically requires two pieces of evidence to get correct. In the sense that it'll only show dots on a camera. So it's harder to tell because of that alone. Oh, what am I doing? I'm gonna check back floors. Let's check. I don't think it's... let's see. As long as it hasn't moved rooms, it's probably not orbs. Now with my luck, this has gotta have ghost writing. Shade, Rev, Demon, Morai. Well, it can't be a Morai because they don't have Spirit Box. Morai absolutely requires Spirit Box when it's on Nightmare, so if you don't get... If you play Nightmare, and you know for sure it's not a Spirit Box ghost, you rule out Morai right there. The ghost is definitely hanging out with me a lot. Are we sure you're not EMF 5? There's no way you're EMF 5, right? I'll try spirit box one more time just to be sure. But what I might have to do is force a hunt, and check its behavior there. Not the easiest thing to do. Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Are you angry? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Why are you running? Come back. Okay. Not only did the ghost not want to talk to me, but he ran away from me, so he really doesn't want to talk to me, apparently. Did you just turn the light on? I heard a light switch. Yeah, this light was on earlier. You turned it off. Okay. So, I would say it's definitely not Spirit Box. So it shouldn't be an Onryo either, because I didn't see any orbs. And it shouldn't be Fingies and orbs, so it shouldn't be a Hantu. Shouldn't be Fingies and Spirit Box, so it shouldn't be a Mimic. Don't think it's EMF 5. But shouldn't be a Jinn. Shouldn't be a Jinn. Shouldn't be twins. This isn't even a combination. I think it's either Ghost Riding or Dots. If it's Dots, it's got to be a Yurei or an Oni, and I'm leaning towards Oni for that case. If it's Ghost Riding, Rev, Shade, Demon, there's no way it's a Shade. There's no way. Rev would be easy to tell. Demon, not so much, but it's not aggressive to be Demon. Demons love to hunt, and they can hunt really super early. Let's do a little crazy. Is another footsteps? Oh, shit, I can't hide there. It sounded like a normal speed. I could barely hear, but it's normal speed, so it shouldn't be a rev. Here we go. Oh, no, no, we don't. Okay. Dark. Huh. Weird that I hunted that quickly. But I should have been below 50 already at that point. Not too weird. Where'd the doll go? Oh, there he is. Definitely normal speed. Just wait for this hunt to end. It's gonna be cursed hunts now, unfortunately. I'm leaning towards Oni. That's what I'm thinking. But if it's Oni, it has dots. If it's not Oni, it's gotta be a demon. Okay. Safe. I think what I'm gonna have to do is grab a candle and take pills. Might be what I gotta do. I gotta check those books though. Let's take 3 pills, I guess. Might as well. All the way down. I still have to smudge it once, but I really want to pinpoint what this ghost is. Oh right, heavy rains. I can't have candle outside. Okay. It didn't eat these crucifixes, so either it started like by that window over there, or it started in the garage. Good thing I didn't run that way to hide. I'm gonna hold on to the smudge stick with my dear life. But you know what? I'm gonna put an extra smudge stick here just like an emergency situation. Oh, I just lit it. Never mind. Now we know for sure the ghost's not in the dining room. I pushed F instead of G. I guess it's better to light it instead of throw it in most cases. Look at the thermometer and really be sure. Ghost cut the breaker. Well, now we know for sure it's not a Jinn. Now we know for sure this ghost is not a Jinn. If we weren't sure before. Good to know. Let's pinpoint where this ghost is and is not, if we can. This is still the coldest room, isn't it? This room is hot. Okay. Honestly, I don't think this is a demon. Otherwise, I should have eaten one of these crucifixes pretty easily. Would it be like in the bathroom or something? No, not the bathroom. Closet? Is he in the closet? No, he's not. I think he's still in the office. No, wait, no. It should be freezing temps, right? I don't see my breath here. We definitely left this room. Basement? Not in this area. Okay. I want to say basement. Yeah, definitely basement. Oh man, it's a basement ghost? Oh, it's throwing stuff down here too. Oh, we know where the ghost is. And that might be why I don't yet have any writing or dots. The ghost moved. In a really annoying way. That's actually kind of better for me that it's starting down there. That gives me more. It makes it easier for me to run to the garage or run upstairs, either way. Instead of starting right in the office. Let's put this here. The ghost decides to hunt. If it's a demon, it's almost impossible for it to hunt in this room now. Except for maybe way in the back over there or over there. I don't think it's a demon, but it could be. Give this ghost some options. Write in the book there, write in the book there. I don't care either way. As long as you don't move rooms, we're cool. This is the stinkiest part of Phasma, when the ghost does not want to give you any evidence. You've got to have a lot of patience for it. For that. For ghosts doing stuff. I'm not 100% sure what my sanity is anymore. It should still be above 70, I think, or at least above 50. Okay, still EMF 5. Or still not EMF 5, I should say. Definitely freezing. I still see no orbs anywhere. This ghost does not want to cooperate. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'm gonna go and grab one of my candles. guy right here. Hold on to my smudge stick, and I'm just gonna sit here. I just gotta watch and wait and be patient. I really do think this must be an Oni. Did he really just turn the light off on me? Yeah, he did. Now I noticed he hasn't done an airball ghost event. But a pretty good sign that this could be an Oni. Do something. Come on! Michael! Michael! Do something! Show us! Do something! Show yourself! Give me a sign! I've checked EMF so much. I've checked for orbs. I have checked Spirit Box for so much. It's definitely not fingerprints based on these photos here, here, here. It has to be a ghost writing or a dots. Frankly, if it's dot, it's gotta be an Oni. That's what I think. Because Yuri has one specific tell. And it hasn't done it at all this whole game. The Yuri has a special ability, kind of like the Jinn, where it'll drain your sanity. But when it does it, rather than being silent and deadly the way the Jinn is, the Yuri will shut a door near you. Like, it'll touch the door. You see the door swing shut, slowly, and then it'll slam shut. Like, you hear the slamming sound, delayed after the touch. It's weird to explain it, but like, when you see it, you know it. It's just so distinct from how a ghost normally touches the door. Okay. Still no dots, did I see? Yeah, definitely a light switch touch there, okay. Now, I could be wrong with a lot of this, I really could. The one thing I know for sure, based on those hunts, is it's not Rev or Hantu, or Himori, or Twins. And it shouldn't be an Onrya because it's not orbs. I'm pretty sure I haven't missed orbs. Pretty sure. I could try Spirit Box again. I really don't think that's it though. But honestly, now that it's not doing events, I don't know what to think. This ghost don't want to do nothing. Except put my candle out, apparently. That's for good measure. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe I missed the orb somehow. Keeps turning that light out. Again? Doesn't seem to want to do anything else but touch that light. Don't know why. Let's turn the light out, it should get more active. And if I'm holding the candle, I'll be safe still from sanity drain. Let's find out. Do something. Show yourself. Give me a sign. Touch my book. Throw my book. Touch it. Do paint? Do a paint can just now? Hey, was that a multi-throw? Oh, it can't be. Do something. Show yourself. Give me a sign. Come on, just give me some ghost writing already. Show me your dots. You know, I think this is a demon. It hasn't done a single ghost event since moving down here. And surely if it was an Oni, I would have seen dots by now. Dots is Oni's supposed to be really super active. It's had so many chances to do it. Why is this ghost being this way? More paint can? Ghost would rather throw paint cans over here than dare to touch my dots. Or my book. I know it's one of these, dude. That light is broken. Huh. Could be any of these three. We know for sure it's not a Rev or a Moroi. Maybe this is a shade? Oh, this is a hard one to tell. Let's go get more smudgies. I'm sorry, this is what's taking so long. I don't know what's up with this ghost. I feel like I'm going crazy here, but let's see. We know for sure we don't have fingerprints. And I tried Spirit Box so much, it can't be that. I checked for orbs, it can't be that. I've checked EMF so much, there's no way it's EMF 5. Can't be that. Can't be that. There's no way it's twins. The only thing this could be is either Ghost Riding or Dots, and if it's that means it's got to be Demon, Yori, or Oni. And we can especially rule out Revenant, Hantu, Mori, and twins, and even Jin, I think, based on when I haven't seen speed. But Revenant, twins, and Mori and Hantu based on speed alone. Really got to be one of these three. It could even still technically be a shade. Because that would be shade. It's hiding one of these two. I just don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have taken 3 pills? Maybe I should have taken 2 and then let my sanity drop below 50. Really hard to say what I should have done there. You'd think I'd at least get the second evidence. I'm pretty sure the ghost is in the basement still, too. But I mean, maybe we should double check that. Still no book writing. Watch, I want to move these motion sensors down here, and then next thing you know, it's not down here anymore. I'm going to repeat all. But it's still freezing down here. Still as freezing as ever. Nowhere else in the house is nearly as cold. Let's try this. Smudged it for sure. That absolutely smudged it. Now, smudge does 2 things actually. And the second one's a little bit more special, a little bit more subtle, harder to notice necessarily. Basically, well, normally smudging at least, well, actually just 3 things I guess technically. If you smudge a ghost, that prevents it from hunting for a minute and a half. Except for, you know, spirit and demon are special that way. If you smudge them during a hunt, it'll stun them for a short time, a longer time if they're Moroi, so they can't kill you, and you can get away from them, they can't even see you. The third thing it does, which is something that isn't necessarily straightforward, is that it makes the ghost more active. If you smudge it outside of a hunt, try to stop a hunt, what will start happening is the ghost will be doing more interactions, more ghost events. It might even be roaming more, I'm not sure. But it makes it, if you're having a hard time with a ghost that just won't do anything, sometimes the answer is to smudge it. Ghost ball. Okay, air ball. We got an air ball event. I know for a fact this ain't an Oni. That is finally some useful information. Eat some of my sanity, unfortunately. But we know for sure this is not an Oni. So, maybe this is a shade. If it would just give me book writing or dots, at least then I could test for sure. This can't be a Yurei. Oh. Hey. Now, in case you're wondering why I didn't run there, I knew that was a ghost event because the moment it started happening, it also turned the light out at the same time. Hunts don't start that way. Only ghost events will start that way. When a hunt starts, it's really, really quiet. Your lights will still be on. Like that. It's doing a lot of events now. But I smudged it. Ate the crucifix. Okay, that's actually good news. Airball again. I think this must be a shade. Or a demon. No, this can't be aggressive enough for demon, can it? Oh wait. It's an event? I think. Yeah, it's an event. He's still not writing in the damn book. I'm up. Another event. I'm in the book. Do it. Write in the book. Come on, write in the book. Write in the book. Do something. Not a candle, you doofus. Honestly, it didn't even try hunting me until after I drained my sanity, so I don't think this is a demon. It's not aggressive enough. It's gotta be a shade. Oh no. Okay. This is the most passive ghost ever. It ate that crucifix once, and ever since then hasn't tried to hunt me. There's no way this is a fucking demon. There's no way. Demons would never be this passive. You know what? I'm just gonna say shade, and if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. As I say, at this point, I'm just done. I want to get a different ghost. I want to get a different map. This ghost is way too passive. It won't even It won't even give me the evidence. This has to be a shade, right? Like, if it's dots, then it have to be a Yurei. And not only have it not touched the dock, but they haven't done this door slamming thing. And I've seen Urays do that back to back. If somehow I missed a ghost orb, that would suck. But it would have to be an Onryo or a Uray, which would suck. If it's a ghost riding, it has to be a demon or a shade. And if this is a demon, this is the most passive demon I have ever seen. I've never seen a demon be so passive as this. It's ridiculous. It's gotta be shade. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Okay, I'll lose some money. I'm ready for a new ghost. I'm ready for a ghost that's more active. This ghost is not fun to play with. It's a Moroi.
There's some jobs ready.
Are you fucking kidding me? Well, that's a perfect example of just how hard it can be to get Spirit Box sometimes, then, isn't it? I swore I was using the Spirit Box, like, right where it was doing the ghost event. And it still didn't want to talk to me. It even ran from me when I tried to. Huh. You see, with Moroi, the other piece of evidence should have been Spirit Box. I mean, I was in the office, I was trying left and right to get it to talk to me, and it didn't want to. Huh. Well, that being said, I still got 320 bucks. That's actually still more than getting a perfect win on professional mode. Professional mode will give me 270, so even getting the ghost wrong, I still got 50 bucks more. That is not bad. I don't get as much experience. I lost a round. That's okay. You know, I got time for one more match, then I have to end the stream for the day. No, I could go to Willow. Willow's probably my favorite house. I'm gonna have to say it's not Edgefield. It's either Willow or Edgefield. It's kind of a toss-up, and I haven't really decided one way or the other. Edgefield, at least, I can work with, survive. Willow sometimes is just so crazy you can't survive. But let's see. Let's go to Ridgeview again, and this time I want to get the ghost right. Oh, that was just a weird fucking ghost too. It didn't want to hunt. It didn't want to do any events. It didn't want to do too many interactions. When I did have a hunt and listened to the footsteps, it sounded normal speed. Maybe I should have tested how fast it was with the sanity completely drained. I don't know. Man, a Moroi, really? Eesh. Oh well. That's the key. Benjamin Wright got a candle, salt, and ghost photo. Okay. I can work with this. Let's hope this round doesn't take too long. Because it'd be nice to get to work early tonight. But if not, then oh well. Okay, and then not tarot cards. Not mirror, can't hide there. Not the board. There's no bone here. There's no bone here. I heard a throw. In the garage? No, it was in the kitchen, wasn't it? Oh. I don't know what it threw, but it threw it here. Interesting, okay. I was trying to figure out what it threw so I could take a picture of it, but it didn't seem to throw anything I touched, so... I don't know. Light switch, maybe? Maybe. Window knock. That I can work with. Fingerprints! Yes, that is easy money. Wait, let's do it again. That's, if so, that's fine. Whatever, I'll do that later. If we get the breaker turned on and figure out this first animate, it's probably music box, actually. I didn't see mirror tarot card, didn't see summoning circle. Oh, that works. I like that. Can hide there too. Ooh, yes, yes. Now I just gotta find the bone and I'm all set for a perfect game. Now if I don't die to something stupid. I want to double check for the bone down here. That's an axe. Okay, definitely don't see the bone over here. I don't see it over here. Bone's probably upstairs or else in the master bedrooms. Turn the TV on, huh? Oh, the window knocked us now? Yep. More fingies, okay. I like how I can leave that light off. A fun thing about the ghosts, any ghost at all, it's more active when the lights are off in this room. In the room that it's in, I guess. That's the right way to phrase it. So if you're having a hard time getting the ghost to do something, turn the lights out. But since it's in that living room right there, I can leave the lights on in the other room, and I can protect my sanity while still getting the ghost to be more active. I can hide here. Cool, 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 cool. I like that. So basement or here. I don't see a bone. I need a bone. It touched the window again, I think? Yes, it did. Okay, fingies, fingies, fingies. Alright, let's go upstairs and look for the bone. Last photo on this camera will be a bone photo, I hope. So I can hide in the basement, I can hide in that back room over there, and I can hide not here, apparently. Now, in a pinch, if you have to, you can hide in this bathroom. Like, you can run in here, like, duck behind the toilet. And the toilet won't really break line of sight. But, like, in a pinch, if you have nowhere else to run, it's better to like, at least go in the corner of this room and just hide back here. And just, like, pray it doesn't come into the bathroom. It's not ideal. And, you know, you probably would still die if the ghost has any inkling that you could be there and decides to check there. But I would rather, like, pick a bad hiding spot than just stand in the open. Basic rule of thumb: you'd be surprised how often you can survive that way. I've had times where in an edge field, I went to hide in the back corner of the basement, and I survived. And there was no hiding spot there. There was no nothing blocking line of sight. I just got so lucky because the ghost didn't check that room. I've even had the ghost spawn immediately outside that room, where I could even see the ghost model through the shells, and it left the basement and never found me. So you'd be surprised just how lucky you can really get. And you just pick a bad hiding spot and, like, cross your fingers. Is it gonna work every time? It's not. But give it a shot, give it a try. You'll be surprised how much you will actually still survive. And that the feeling of that moment too is just like, it's pure bliss, man. It's like, I live, bitch! It's amazing when things go right like that. It really is. Let's get evidence items in here and try to knock that out real quick. But I do want to get this round as quickly as I can. I gotta work on my speed. That's what I'm trying to get better at. And maybe why I've actually lost so much money over the past 2 months. Because, like, well, I basically know what I'm doing. If you rush yourself, you can easily mess up. Now let's hope he's still in that room. I probably should have checked for the orb way sooner. It just turned on too many lights. And as a result, killed the breaker. There is an orb right there. That's interesting. Killed the breaker the hard way. So it can still be a djinn, by the way. That's one of the weirdest tricks to the breaker that you have to learn. That's not easy to learn, I should say. You have to keep in mind. That's the way to say it. Is although the ghost could have just turned the breaker off, instead what it did is it turned on an extra light, and that was enough because you'd already turned on so many lights yourself. Now the breaker was blown. It can happen. I've been actually tricked that way before with djinns. We have an orb, and we have fingerprints. This could still be a mimic. But I know it's not a Hantu, because we don't have freezing temps. Because I don't think we do. Door touch. Excuse me. Door touch. Yes, touch this door. And at some point you touch this door too, I'm not sure. I think it might have moved out of that living room to like more of the office area now. For sure fingerprints. For sure fingerprints. Okay, let's double check where he's at. Orb's over the table. So he's a dining room ghost right now. Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Are you friendly? Are you close? Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Are you angry? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Are you angry? Are you friendly? How old are you? Where are you? Okay, pretty safe to say it's not a mimic with spirit box. Fingerprints. Okay. Pretty good chance it's not a mimic. And so they don't have to me know it's not a Hantu, it's either a Banshee or an Abake. Which is a weird combination, considering it should be almost immediately obvious which one it is, but I just got a UV light. Okay. Now Banshee's actually hard to tell on single player. On solo, playing solo, because the Banshee's main trick is that it can only target one player at a time. So if you're playing solo like I am right now, well, you're the target no matter what, right? So how else can you know? There are two little tricks to the Banshee besides that, but they're not very easy to get. They're kind of rare. The first thing is when they added in with a behavioral update. Oh wait, never mind. We got Abake thingies anyway. We know for a fact this is Abake. Cool, cool. That's actually pretty good. But I'll go and explain Banshee anyway. The Banshee has two little behavioral tricks that are not very straightforward, or at least are very rare. One is that it likes to, it'll tend to roam to its target. So if you decided that the ghost room is here, or like maybe you have an orb, maybe you've confirmed the ghost orb is like in this room, the ghost is definitely here, and you decide to like go, I don't know, break the mirror over in that room way over there. If the ghost happens to somehow, for some reason, start its hunt in that room with you, pretty good sign of the Banshee. Like, you can even check after the hunt, see if the orb is still here. Like, you know for a fact this room is definitely the ghost room. But it started over there? How did that happen? Well, that's because it was the Banshee, it turns out, you know? Like, it's not a hard tell. Don't rely on that to decide, okay, this must be a Banshee. If you're going for like a speed run, that'd be a good guess. But don't rely on that as a hard tell. The other thing is when you get the paramic and you listen on it to the ghost, when you hear like the whispers and whatnot, when you can hear the ghost is trying to talk to you or whatever, its footsteps. Sometimes, very rarely, the Banshee will do a special, unique sound on it, the Banshee scream, and it sounds it doesn't sound like what you'd expect a Banshee scream to be, but it is specific to the Banshee. But it happens so rare that you can't necessarily count on it happening. Now this ghost is not wanting to touch any doors suddenly, which makes me want to start a hunt. Let's do that. And get a ghost photo while we're at it. I can hide in the back room. Come on, Abake. What? This guy followed me, but he touched doors twice. I think it was the same door. That's okay. I have the ghost of Bill in the summoning circle. I honestly don't even care if I get an interaction photo at this point. Or even a footstep photo. Now for those who don't know, fingerprint photos are the best photo to get for money. Not only can you guaranteed, for sure, tell, okay, this is the photo. The ghost touched it, I see the green fingies, I want to take a picture, and there you go, you got money. But they're worth more, like, points or whatever. They're worth more than, say, a footstep photo, way more than dirty water. and then throws an item, it's just an interaction. But a fingerprints photo, I mean, the only photos that are more money than fingerprints are the ghost photo itself, the bone photo, and the cursed possession. Below that is next fingerprints. It's honestly the best item you can get in the game. I mean, the best photo you can get. Didn't touch that door. It did touch this door, right? Oh, I don't see the door touch thingies anymore. Oh, right, it's an Obake. It could just choose not to leave thingies. He might try to hunt now. I'm gonna wait for the next hunt and listen for door touches. A little bit slower of a method, but I'm gonna wait for that. Oh. That better be wrong. But we know for sure this is an Obake. Now, if you don't know why, I use a UV light. Oh shit, it's right next to me. Wow. Ooh, hate that. Okay, he walked out of the kitchen. Okay, good. He can open and touch several doors. I'm gonna check that right after the hunt. Now, when I used the UV light on that one door in the closet, if you counted the fingers, you saw that there were 6 of them, not 5. That's how you know for a fact it's an Obake. It's the one thing about Obake that's special. Just like how the Spirit's one special thing is smudging, the Obake's one special thing is it has a special fingerprints. I mean, okay, there's technically a second thing, but it's still basically the same thing. It has a 25% chance when it touches a door or a window or a light switch or whatever it can leave fingerprints on to not leave fingerprints. But within that 75% chance where it does happen, there's also a chance where he leaves extra special fingers. We might see. No, we don't. Okay. Man. He didn't want to leave fingerprints at all for me, did he? Ooh. He's a spicy little Obake. This another door touches. But yeah, that's basically you just have to, with an Obake, the only real way to tell if it is an Obake or not is to check the fingerprints. Like sometimes it'll touch a door and you take a photo of it, and it has an interaction, and then later you take another door photo and it does have fingerprints, or vice versa. That's something candle and salt. Okay, back to the kitchen. Okay, good. I didn't hear a door touch, did you? No, the Baka, all you gotta do is check the fingerprints. If you see that a door gets touched and doesn't have fingerprints, you're like, okay, this ghost doesn't have fingerprints. And then the next door you check does have fingerprints, even though both were definitely touched. Then that can tell you, okay, this has to be an Obake, because Obakes can sometimes just choose not to leave fingerprints because they're stinky like that. Happens. A candle. Walk on the salt. There we go. Oh, we walk over here. Oh. Don't want to mess with that. I'm just gonna wait for the hunt. It's happening. It's coming. Wait for the hunt. It'll touch the door, leave fingerprints. There we go. Listen carefully. Nothing in the kitchen. It did touch a door. I can check which one it is soon. Come on. There you go. Alright. So check this real quick. Just touch a door. Didn't leave fingerprints if you did, so you're kind of a stinky ghost like that. He's in the kitchen? Window knock. Oh, he's in here. Oh shit, I'm dead. I'm not. Smudge. Woo! Okay, that was a risky photo, but I got it. I'm dead. I'm not. I don't know. I might die. It might. He might. It has a chance he could walk around to the corner. Okay, he left. Ooh, I am good. I'm safe. It's only a 2-star fingerprint photo, but that's fine. I think it's enough. But I still get the full payout, and we know this in the bucket because we saw the right fingerprints earlier. Thank God we already figured that out. Ooh, okay, that was a bit of a heart jump right there at the end. It would have spawned right on top of me if I wasn't careful. Okay, I can get the hell out of here now. And since I did smudge it, it'll take at least a minute to hunt me again. So I'm safe. Oh, what a way to end the game of the day. What a way to end the day at fastball hunting. I didn't get nearly as many contracts as I wanted to, but that being said, I win. And that's what counts. Winning, not dying, making money. That's what it's all about. Full payout of Bucky a nightmare? Yes, yes, yes. 360 buckaroos. Now you could probably go check if you wanted to rewind the broadcast afterwards to check what I was talking about. If you want to see what it looks like, there was a point where I did look at the door in the hallway, and you count the fingers. There are 6 of them on that fingerprints. That's how you know for a fact you have an obake. It's guaranteed. That's the only ghost that does that. You can see special fingerprints as well on light switches. Normally on the light switch, you'll only see a single fingerprint on the light switch itself. But with an obake, you'll see 2 fingerprints on either side of it instead. It's really weird. I don't know why. On the keyboards for the computers, if you check the fingerprints there and an obake touches it, turns it on, turns it off, either way, it's the only ghost that'll have 6 fingerprints on the keyboard. Other ghosts can have anywhere from 1 to 5. Obake will have a 6th sometime. So basically, if you see a fingerprints photo that looks like there's an extra finger, you have an obake. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, there are other times where the obake will touch a door, or a light switch, or a window, or a computer, and even though you know for sure you have fingerprints, or later on you find out you do have fingerprints, there weren't fingies on it. That's another sign of obake. Only the obake is able to do that. Any ghost, when they touch a door or a window or a light switch, they have to leave a fingerprints every time, with the exception of obake, who has a 25% chance not to. He's got special fingerprints and he's got missing fingerprints. So that's the only thing that's really special about him. He's a special ghost when it comes to fingerprints. They're hoping. I think I've heard that supposedly they'll add a little extra special thing to him, to the Abake, to them, where maybe they during a hunt. Normally, a ghost has one ghost model. Like if you have the grandpa carrying an axe, that's all you will ever see during ghost events or during hunts. He'll have the same model every time. But I think what they're planning to add, what I've heard, is what they're considering anyway, is where like you'll be hunting, you'll be walking along, you'll see the grandpa, then suddenly you see grandma, and then it flickers back to grandpa. Or like it flickers to I guess the Lisa model or the child model, even though it's supposed to be the grandpa. Like that's the kind of thing where you'd have to be during a hunt, looking at the ghost and see it happen while it's hunting. So it's be kind of a crazy and spicy way to add to the ghost behavior. But that'd be interesting. That'll be interesting. I think it'd be interesting. Way better than just fingerprints. But yeah. All right. So this game's been a little bit longer. Maybe I rambled a little bit in my explanations. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. Hopefully you have learned something. Hopefully you got some entertainment when you got to see me scream like a little bitch. I'm kidding. It's okay to scream. Don't fight those. Don't you let that instinct out. If it happens, it happens. You gotta fight your fight or flight instinct sometimes, and sometimes you just lose that fight. But yeah, sorry if I rambled on too much with the ghost explanations, or if I took too long during some of these missions to figure the ghost out, and you're like, oh, come on, dude, I know it was this ghost. What's taking you so long? Because some people go fast, some people go slow. I hope to get more Phasmo in, as according to my schedule. That's the end of Phasmo for the week for me. Because if you check my Twitter schedule, you want to check it. Same name as the Twitch stream. I also have my YouTube up. Same name as here. But I don't have any videos uploaded yet. I'm just live streaming it. I'll start getting videos uploaded to YouTube soon. Check my Twitter if you want to know what I'm streaming, when I'm streaming. Because with my work schedule, it's almost impossible for me to have me to just say, okay, I stream every day at this time. I can't do that. I don't. My work schedule doesn't let me do that. So I have my schedule on Twitter, so you know when to expect me, and you know what to expect from me. Tomorrow, I believe the plan is I'm still going to be starting my stream at about 2 p.m. Central, but instead of going for Phasma, I'm going to be going for some Genshin Impact. Weekends, I kind of am deciding that I'm going to treat Phasmo as a Monday through Friday, like a work schedule almost. I'm streaming Phasmo. And that's what I'm going to give y'all, Monday through Friday. But Saturday and Sunday, I'm almost making it kind of like a quote-unquote me time for gaming. Like, not strictly me, obviously. I'm putting up a stream for stuff. So this tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming Genshin Impact in the afternoon. Because I'm off from work, I'm going to be streaming Genshin Impact in the afternoon. And I've been putting off a lot of Genshin Impact a lot. There's a lot of new content for me to enjoy and explore and experience, new story. And I'm putting it off because I want to stream it to you guys instead of playing it just by myself. Normally I would be playing it on my phone at work or something, but instead I'm just like knocking out dailies at work and I'm just ignoring Genshin otherwise. So tomorrow I'm gonna kind of like scratch that itch that I've had to finally play this damn game and experience the story, and I'm gonna share it with all of you playing Genshin Impact and exploring Sumeru, the Dendro Nation. Oh, excuse me. Throat was a little scratchy there. Okay. And then in the evening tomorrow, I'm going to be loading up Final Fantasy XIV. Deep down in my heart, in the core of my soul, as a gamer, I am above all else an MMO gamer. It's something that I can never really get away from, never really escape from, and I guess for now, 14's what scratches that itch for me. So tomorrow evening, after I'm done with Genshin Impact for the day, I'll be going into Final Fantasy XIV Online, and I haven't really decided what I'll do. I'll at the very least get my expert roulettes out of my roulettes out of the way, trying to farm up those tomestones. But options for what I could do, and maybe if you guys have some suggestions or requests about what I could do, feel free to let me know. Jump on in when I do that stream and let me know what y'all want to see out of it. I could do PvP Crystalline Conflict. I've never done 14 PvP before at all, so I'd be completely fresh to it, complete noob, complete scrub. You get to watch me fail and learn and laugh at me as I go, I'm sure, as a ninja. Or what I might end up doing, which is the more likely case, is I will try to go do savage raids in pugs. Neither of those options necessarily sound too appealing to me, but it's something I want to do more of. I want to do more 14. I want to scratch that MMO itch, that addiction almost. something I need. It's a void inside me that I need to fill with MMOs. You know what I mean? So I'll either try PvP and try to get those PvP rewards, which unfortunately I missed out on the last series rewards, which were the ones I really wanted. But oh well. Or I'll go for Savage Raiding, which I have been reading up on a little bit. I don't normally pug. I hate pugging just because I like playing with people I know, people I am familiar with, and even if they're just kind of random people on the internet, at least if I'm regularly meeting up with them and playing with them, that's a relationship you can foster, you can have, you can enjoy. You know, you can form a real friendship, or at least a camaraderie, you know? With pugs, you don't get that. You might get people you hate. You might get people that suck. You might get people that don't. Well, I wouldn't even say necessarily say people that suck. I mean that can happen, and I make a lot of mistakes. I'm not perfect. More what I mean is you get people who play differently from you, and I think that's what normally happens when you encounter another player in PvE content, especially who dies, blames you, you blame them for failing. You can blame each other, and because you played it in a way that they didn't expect, and they played it in a way you didn't expect, usually like a different strat or something. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm rambling at this point because I want to end the stream, and I like chatting with people. If people show up and want to chat after the end of the stream, that'd be cool with me. Chat about your day. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, that's what you can expect from me. If you're not, always keep an eye on my Twitter. If you're gonna try to follow me and try to keep up with my schedule, I definitely recommend keeping an eye on my Twitter posts. Again, same name as my Twitch channel here, Drake Orum. You'll find me on Twitch, and I don't just post schedules and going live, no notifications. I try to post other things too. I try to chat about the games that I play. I want to try to engage more with you guys, because I don't know, it's more interesting that way. I think rather than just being okay, I'm streaming, enjoy, come and watch me play my video games. I don't know, not for me. I'd rather do more than that. I'd rather talk and chat and enjoy our game, share our passions. But of course, most importantly, as far as my streaming goes, that's where my schedule is pinned. I'll always I try to keep my schedule as up to date as possible. I try not to change it too much. I'm getting better at that. But this weekend Saturday and Sunday you can expect me to do Genshin streaming and 14 streaming. In the future there might be other games. I might do single player games. I might try Warframe instead. I might do some Civ. I'm kind of making the weekends more of a grab bag almost. Like I reserve Phasmophobia I reserve Monday through Friday for Phasmophobia. I think that's the best way to do it. But Saturday and Sunday, it might change around a lot. It might be Genshin. It might be 514 online. If there's not content in there that's really exciting to stream, I would say, then maybe I'll jump in like Mass Effect or Outriders or Civ 6, or maybe I'll play Stray again. Maybe I'll open up Borderlands. Maybe I'll just play Dot Hack or Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Something different. Something that is not Phasmo. And that's the way I have to go forward for my stream, I think, for now. That's what you can expect from me. And if you're not sure what it is you're going to see on Saturday and Sunday, check my Twitter schedule. I post my schedule up 2 weeks out, 2 weeks in advance. Well, not exactly 2 weeks, but like the next 2 weeks of the week, the next 2 weeks of time, you can see what my schedule will be. Anyway, I hope you all have had a good Friday. I hope you all haven't been bothered by my rambling, my chatting, my jibber jabbering. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. Hope you all enjoyed the Ghost. I'm hoping to start pulling up some of my runs, not just as highlights on Twitch, but download them and edit and clip them a little better, do intro outros, and just start uploading them to YouTube so y'all can enjoy them out there without necessarily having to catch me live. So catch y'all next time if you do catch me live. If not, watch the space, watch my Twitter, watch my YouTube.